nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Amarachi Ubang.
Good evening and welcome tonight. Mastermind of the 2011 Christmas Day bombing, Kabiru Sokoto gets a life sentence. Terrorists attacked Bama barracks in Borno State. President Jonathan asked the military to brace up to the challenges of insecurity. Estranged wife of Enugu State Governor Clara Chime breaks her silence on ordeal with her husband, denies having mental challenge. President Vladimir Putin grants Russian ex-tycoon Mikhail Khodorkovsky pardon, and the once richest man returns to Germany.
And on Business News tonight, AMCON sets to redeem 1.1 trillion naira for bonds held by investors.
And on sports news tonight, Luis Suarez becomes the highest paid player in Liverpool's history as the Uruguayan strikes a 4-year contract with the Anfield club.
And from Abuja, President Goodluck Jonathan approves privatization of the nation's 4 refineries.
We begin tonight with a life sentence served on Kabiru Umar, also known as Kabiru Sokoto, mastermind of the Christmas Day bombing that killed over 60 people in Madala, Niger State. Justice Ademola Adeniyi of the Federal High Court in Abuja also sentenced Mr. Umar to 10 years imprisonment for training over 500 men on manufacturing and detonating improvised explosive devices to bomb the headquarters of the Nigeria Police Force in Sokoto.
The trial of the suspected mastermind of the 2011 Christmas Day bombing of St. Theresa's Catholic Church in Madala, Niger State, Kabiru Umar, also known as Kabiru Sokoto, has finally come to an end, with Justice Adeniyi Adetokunbo Ademola sentencing him to life imprisonment. Justice Adetokunbo Ademola sentenced the accused person on a 2-count charge of facilitating the commission of a terrorist act by training people to bomb the headquarters of the Nigeria Police Force in Sokoto and failing to disclose the information about the bombing of St. Theresa's Catholic Church in Madala, Niger State. At the end of the judgment, the prosecutor, Choma Onuebu, applauded the verdict of the court for the speedy conclusion of the trial.
We got justice. We came to court of justice and we got justice. And not only that we got justice, we got it timelessly.
No, that's all.
Yes, roughly 6 months from the date of adjudication, from the date of arraignment to the date of judgment. Kabiru Sokoto is lucky. At the time he committed the offense, the highest punishment was life imprisonment. It's just a warning to them that government is serious about fighting terrorism in accordance with the rule of law.
Lawyer to Mr. Kabiru Sokoto, Sharif Oko, however, disagrees with the verdict of the court, saying he will appeal the judgment. He says what was tendered as his client's confessional statement was authored by the police officer who investigated the case for the purpose of saving their necks.
I have a lot of reservation with respect to the judgment, given the fact that, like he referred to, most of the statements that he called confessional, we intend to go to the Court of Appeal and sort those things out.
Kabiru Sokoto was arraigned in a 2-count amended charge wherein he was alleged to have facilitated the commission of a terrorist act by planting and encouraging his boys, who is said to be at large at Mabira Sokoto in Sokoto State, with the intention to bomb the police headquarters in the state between 2007 and 2012, in addition to withholding information about the bombing of St. Theresa's Catholic Church on the 25th of December, and thereby committing an offense contrary to Section 7, Subsection 1 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2013 and punishable under Section 33, Subsection 1 of the same Act.
Well, despite the life sentence slammed on Kabiru Sokoto, some terrorists today attacked Bama barracks in Borno State, northeast Nigeria. The gunmen are believed to have entered Bangi town from a cell located across Nigeria's border with Cameroon. They attacked the barracks using rocket-propelled guns. The Director of Defense Information, Major General Chris Olukolade, confirmed the incident, but says armed troops from the Nigerian army repelled the attack. The military is yet to disclose if there were any casualties. Meanwhile, President Goodluck Jonathan has held an emergency meeting with service chiefs following the latest attack in Bama, Borno State, suspected members of Boko Haram. The president, who had been scheduled to preside over the decoration of 48 newly promoted major generals in the Army, in the Navy and Air Force, instead went into a meeting with the service chiefs. The meeting was also attended by the Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Abubakar, at the Command Officers' Mess in Asokoro, Abuja.
We thank God that today we have been so decorated, but it's a very, very challenging moment. I can remember when I came in, I had a meeting with the service chiefs and the Inspector General of Police before coming here because of what happened in Bama yesterday. It's a very challenging period in this country, and we expect, as the saying, that those who more is given, more is expected. For those of you who have been so decorated as full two-star generals, we expect that you will bring the experience to bear. We must work together as a team to make sure that the armed forces is able to protect life and property of Nigerians. If we can't do that, then of course the reputation of the country will continue to go down. A number of issues have been raised in the media, which you know much more than I do. There's so much of challenge on the armed forces and other security agencies of this country. All of us collectively must stand up to our own responsibilities and go the extra mile, we need to add the extra to see that as a nation we overcome these challenges.
President Goodluck Jonathan. To political developments now. The leadership of the Yoruba socio-cultural group Afenifere has lent its support to the proposed national dialogue. The leaders of the group, who were at the presidential villa today, said they believe Nigeria is at crossroads and the country must not take the wrong turn. They assure the president of Afenifere's continued support as long as he remains focused and gives Nigerians a proper national conference.
We have come to discuss with him on the issue of the national conference because we believe that today Nigeria is at a crossroad where we must not take the wrong turn. Since 1960, the country has taken a wrong turn at critical juncture. But for the first time, we have an opportunity to discuss Nigeria to take far-reaching decisions on how to move this country forward. And we have seen what's happening in the polity, that because this fundamental change is about to take place in the country, the forces that have held this country by the jugglers in 1966, they are congregating. All manners of letters are flying here and there, impeachment calls here and there, because they want to abort this national conference. We have assured the president that for as long as he remains focused to give us a proper national conference, we Afenifere will be supporting, and he has assured us that this conference is much more important to him than any other thing in the country today. And we appreciate the way his spirit, the level at which he's thinking, which put us on the same wavelength. I want to reemphasize and to say that for as long as he stays focused on the national conference agenda, the Yoruba nation, Afenifere, will support him because we believe that this is the most important thing to do at this stage to save Nigeria from disintegrating.
Meanwhile, in spite of the defection of 37 of their colleagues to the All Progressives Congress, members of the PDP caucus in the House of Representatives say they're now more united and determined to work for the party. This appears to be a key resolution reached after a meeting between the PDP caucus and the leadership of the party, which took place in Abuja and ended early this morning. The meeting, which started around 8 p.m., also had governors in attendance.
Members of the People's Democratic Party in the House of Representatives arriving at a meeting with the leadership of their party. It's a meeting some governors also attended. It's a meeting, they say, holds regularly.
We need to create the synergy between the party and the members in the National Assembly. This will definitely, help us to be able to move our party forward and progress our party. That is why we have called this meeting this evening. I'm sure members will recall at the last caucus meeting in the House, we were directed that a meeting should be held with the party chairman and the NWC members.
This meeting is coming a few days after the party lost its majority hold in the House, with 37 of its members defecting to the opposition All Progressives Congress. The meeting ended 4 hours later. While some of them declined to speak, others appear pleased with the outcome of the meeting.
Very well. You can see that the PDP is strong. You have seen the governors, you have seen the legislators, and you have seen the party. What did you tell them? What have they resolved? It's a family. We resolve to work together harder.
A lot of issues agitating the minds of the members have been addressed, and the members are very happy. Even if you were not in there, but you could see from their faces that members are happy and they were satisfied. Going forward, I can tell you that PDP is still going to be the strongest party in Nigeria.
The resolution reached here appears clear, but it's one that will surely be tested in the coming days, not only in the House of Representatives, but also in the Senate. Lanre Lasese, Channels Television News.